I would say I came to terms with being two-spirited when I was 19 and 20, more so when I was 20. When I was 19, I was starting to actually figure this out for myself, and that I was different, that my sexuality was different, that my gender was different than most people in mainstream society. And I could feel that this was accumulating throughout my adolescence too. So yeah, and then I joined a two-spirited group at the Victoria Native Friendship Center, a youth group, and this helped me come into myself into my identity as a two-spirited person. I don't know if I've really experienced direct discrimination per se, more so that I've encountered challenges along the way, personal challenges along the way of coming out as a two-spirited person. I would say some of the challenges that I've experienced is people stereotyping because I'm different, you know, like from behind someone will assume that I'm a guy and then go, oh, you know, like, sorry, or like, oh, but if, you know why I thought this of you. And it has more to do with the fact that people just have this linear way of thinking about gender as opposed to being more open about cross genders, non-binary, I mean, in individual expression. Each two-spirited person has a way of expressing themselves, and each two-spirited person is going to be different. So my way of expressing and being in the world as a two-spirited person is not going to be the same for, let's say, my partner, you know, and I tend to more or less express in a more masculine way, and I feel like some people who are two-spirited might express more in the feminine way, you know, and it doesn't matter what gender you are. Well, how I feel now is different from how I used to feel when I was younger, when I internalized my being a two-spirited person. So how I feel now, I feel very honored and I feel very grounded, and I feel very special for being the person I am. So being female-bodied but having a predominant masculine overtone in how I like to express myself. It's just naturally what comes out of me. When I was younger, when I was like this, I internalized feeling like I felt really, really negative because the world kind of made fun of me for being more masculine when I was being female-bodied. But yeah, to bring it back to the present, I feel very grounded, and I feel the most self-love that I've ever felt. And I think that has a lot to do with just accepting and honoring myself in being a two-spirited person.